Hey everyone, Tofu here. Welcome back to SDRA 2. Last time we were doing the trial. Today we're still doing the trial. We're about to start talking about the hook and the life jacket and stuff, and how that whole thing went down. So, let's keep at it and see what's going on here. Yuri wasn't dragged up simply using a rope. In reality, was he pulled up as a reaction to something? Yes! This is what I was talking about. That's exactly what happened. Huh? What are you saying? There was a hook embedded into Yuri's left calf, which is attached to a long rope. Initially, we thought someone just pulled Yuri up the tower with that rope. But if you think about it, it's physically impossible for someone to do that on their own. Huh? Are you sure? I also found something with Setsuka that should prove the fact that our culprit used another method. The life jacket, right? Yes. Someone left it in the bushes just outside the bell tower. It wasn't just any life jacket, though. This life jacket had a hook embedded into it. The same hook that was embedded into Yuri's left calf. Not only that, but the hook on the life jacket was also attached to a rope. However, the rope was cut.
So, what does that mean?
Oh, I see. So at one point the hook embedded in Yuri's left calf was connected to the life jacket. If the culprit had jumped down from the bell tower with the life jacket on, it would pull Yuri up too. Every reaction has an equal and opposite reaction.
Exactly. That has to be what the culprit did. Wait, but if the culprit jumped off the bell tower, then why was Yuruko still at the top? 'Cause she's not the fucking culprit!
Well, according to Yuruko, she was attacked this morning and woke up there. When Yuki and I saw Yuri before he was killed, the culprit was probably waiting at the top. Along with the unconscious Yuruko, of course. This plan would explain why only Miss Zora and Yuki only found Yuruko at the top of the bell tower. She was nothing more than a red herring. The true culprit couldn't have been up there. After all, the culprit would have had to jump off the tower for Yuri to ascend to the top. I mean, I get it in theory, but would he really be able to be pulled up so easily?
Huh? What do you mean?
There's tons of other factors involved, like friction and whatnot. Sora, do you remember the bell ringing when Yuri got pulled up from the bell tower? Yes, I also think I know why the bell rung. When the culprit jumped and Yuri was pulled up, his body must have hit the bell. Ooh. The evidence that proves that is... Oh, fuck. His body hit the bell. Was that... The traces on the bell. There were a trace of something being swept. Oh, he was like dragged along the inside of it. Ooh. He wasn't even dead at that point, right? Because it was like the fall that ultimately did it. So he was just still alive. Oh god, that sounds painful. The culprit threaded the rope through the hanging bell and used it like a fulcrum. I'm not very good at drawing, but I'll try to illustrate it. Sora art? Iroha, may I borrow your sketchbook for a moment? Oh, that's so cute! I love that! I love her borrowing Iroha's sketchbook. That's really cute. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. This is how the culprit did it. As you may or may not know, the hole at the top of the bell is far too small for the hook to fit through. So, the culprit probably only attached the hooks to the rope after he threaded through the hanging bell.
That's really high up. How is that even possible? I see, but Sora, you should really come see me for advice on drawing better.
Aww. You should, though. Take art lessons from her. She's so cute. But how did the culprit adjust the length of the rope? It seems easy in theory, but they could have very easily fallen to their death with a simple mistake. I believe they had already practiced this method beforehand. If you look at the marks on the bell, they don't look shallow enough to be made after only a single use. Are you suggesting the culprit practiced their murder multiple times before the actual crime? Yes. The hooks that were connected to Yuri couldn't have passed through the bell in the hole in the bell. Jeez. Because of this, the culprit would never fall. The marks on the bell are probably caused by the friction created by the rope. And of course, the marks were also created because of the hooks scraping against the metal. After the culprit found the correct amount of rope and landed on the surface, he just had to cut the rope. Doing so would make Yuri fall due to the shifting weight balance. That is the truth of the crime scene that Yuki and I witnessed.
Hold on a second. Even if the culprit accounted for the length of the rope, the bell tower is far too tall. If they fell while hanging from just hooked life jacket, the force from, landing? I think it's supposed to be landing. Landing would dislocate their shoulders.
It's as Kanade says, the culprit would have injured himself if he didn't have anything to cushion the impact. Something to cushion the impact. That must be why the culprit installed that object. That object is... wait. It's just a life jacket, right? Because that would... I'm still under the assumption they, like, jumped into the water. That did it, but I don't know. That object that cushioned them. Okay, clearly not this. No. Life jacket. I mean, my gut says the life jacket, but I don't know if it really makes sense in this context, because it's a weird way to frame the question. I'm gonna hit it and see what happens? No. Okay, something to soften the impact. Must have installed that. Okay, what did they install? Is it these? Because I'm still confused about what this is about. I didn't understand it when they first showed it to me. I'm gonna do this because I'm confused on the question, and I'm confused about what this answer could be. Or what this hung wires thing is. So I'm just gonna shit. Okay, yep. That's what it is. Okay. Hopefully they explain it in a way that helps me understand it, because I still don't really understand what the purpose of that was. Earlier, Emma was wondering why the culprit spent all that time installing the wires. But I bet the reason they did it answers the problem Kanade suggested. The wires? Yuri was cut up by wires as he was dragged up at high speed. The resulting friction might have had an impact on the culprit's landing. Oh, I see. The wires weren't there to kill Yuri. They were just there to soften the culprit's landing. That definitely explains why the culprit went through all that work to set them up.
There's no denying it. There's something bothering me. If the wires were sharp enough to cut through flesh, why didn't they cut through the rope? If it really was that sharp, it would have, right?
That rope was no normal rope. It was made with special materials. It's a really tough one you can grab at the U-Mart. I thought it was interesting, so I took note. Can't say I was expecting it to be used in a murder.
So, in the end, Yoruko really isn't the culprit?
Why do these bitches always get so hung up on the fact that they're wrong? Like, oh my god, chill the fuck out. That's what I've been trying to say. I'm a victim here too, you know? It's like they wanted her to be the culprit. Like, what the fuck, man? It's fucked up. That sucks. What do you mean that sucks? Literally, what the fuck?
Now we have to suspect everyone else besides you as the culprit. How are we supposed to narrow it down and find the real killer now? Our prime suspect is innocent.
Okay, well, your prime suspect was fucking wrong, so you would have died. Oh my god. People are fucking stupid sometimes, man. I see. So we're right back at the start. No, not all the way back at the start. We did learn something from our previous discussion. The culprit must have been outside the monocruise at nighttime yesterday.
How do you know that?
Think about it for a second. The culprit has to adjust the rope length and everything. They needed enough time to do something like that. Being outside with only Yuri would give our culprit plenty of time to set everything up. That's a good point. Someone would have definitely noticed if this stuff was being done in the morning. Furthermore, there was a misconception that we couldn't be outside at nighttime. The culprit used that to their advantage to test out their murder plan. Yeah, it's kind of weird that we all thought that when Kokoro over here already knew. Well, I only stayed up all night once. Okay, she only night one time. Okay. That makes sense.
So, based on the previous discussion, we can pretty much say with certainty that the culprit is a man. As we already know, a woman wouldn't have to use such a complicated method.
The culprit must have known that if Yuri died, we would all assume the culprit was a woman. The fact alone was his alibi. A clever ploy, I must admit.
So now that we know that, we can just narrow it down with all the guys here, right? Well, I mean, I don't think it's a girl, but logically right. We have to examine all possibilities. A girl could be still doing this to make it
to seem like it has to be a guy. Also, I'm realizing that this is somewhat of a parallel to the case in the first game, because that had stuff to do with, like, the whole boys and girls bathroom thing, and it had to be a man because, or we thought it had to be a girl because the murder was in the girls' bathroom, but then it was like, oh no, it was a guy, and the whole murder was based around the fact that it couldn't have been a guy because a guy couldn't have gone into the girls' bathroom. Sorry, I'm struggling to remember exactly what happened in the first case in the first game, but it's a neat little parallel, I think. I wonder if there's going to be more to that throughout these cases as well. I gotta refresh myself on what happened in all the other cases. Anyway, let's keep going. I said that already. In that case, it's easy. It's Siobai or Mikado. Siobai doesn't have an alibi, and Mikado is the mastermind. Did you even listen to me? I told you not to have any bias against me in this trial. It should be unquestionably clear that I'm giving it my all here to unveil the truth. Oh my god, this fucking guy.
Siobai, were you just sleeping the whole time?
It's still not over. You're insane. Our lives are at stake right now, and you just decide to sleep? You guys already have everything you need. I know the full story, but I know you guys can figure it out. I haven't been getting a lot of sleep recently, so just wake me up when it's over. Haven't been getting a lot of sleep because you were up all night? No, I don't think it's him. I don't think it makes sense for it to be him.
He's insane.
I'm surprised they're not calling that out, though. Like, I feel like that's something they should be doing. Anyways, what you're suggesting is unlikely, big bro. The culprit would have had to stay late last night. That's the only way they could have gotten the chance to kidnap Yuri. Both Mikado and Siobai weren't part of that group. But can't Mikado use magic? We've all seen him flying around like nothing. He could easily fly around and kidnap him, right? Knox's second law. All supernatural and what the fuck is that word? Preternatural? Preternatural? I don't know what that is. Agencies are to be ruled out.
Knox's what now? What the heck is that?
An absolute code of logic in detective fiction that cannot be violated. It explicitly forbids supernatural or any other unrealistic phenomena from interfering with murder. Whoops!
Oh yeah, I've heard about that in a few anime.
I will give you my most sincere, empathetic vow that I did not use my magic for matters relating to murder. And are we just supposed to take your word for it? How can we trust the words of the mastermind? I guess I'm left with no other options. I suppose it's the only way. Monocro, I humbly request you to add a new rule. Mikado Sonoji cannot use magic for any purpose relating to a murder case. Huh? Are you sure about that rule? Yes, I've already made a vow to seal my magic beforehand, regardless. Besides, the simple concept of my magic seems to be hindering the progression of this trial. I'd like to use this opportunity to clarify my position in the killing game. Very well. The regulations will be updated as soon as this trial is over. Mikado Sonoji cannot use magic for any purpose relating to a murder case. As a reminder to you, Mikado, failure to comply with this new rule will result in execution. I understand completely. You have my gratitude. So, Mikado can't be the culprit.
Why are you trying to make this problem harder than it really is? The answer's already out there. There's only one other person who fits the condition for this crime.
Huh?
Think carefully about the conditions the person would need to meet to be the culprit. Once you do that, the answer is obvious. Conditions to be the culprit?
The conditions we brought up were...
Culprit must have been one of the people who stayed at the party late last night, and they needed to be part of the group that prepared the party. And of course, we figured out that the culprit must be a man. A man who stayed up late and helped prepare the party. Let's list them one by one. The people who stayed late last night were Satsuka, Hajime, Shinji, Emma, and Yuruko. The group that prepared the party was Satsuka, Hajime, Yuki, Mikado, Yuruka, and me. And the only person who could be the culprit is...
It's Hajime, right? It's Hajime? I mean, could technically be Yuki as well, because I don't think that really rules him out. Well, no, it can't be him, because he was with us in the tower. It has to be Hajime. Right? Ah, shit, man. Ah, damn, I'm sorry, bro. Well, that makes sense, too, because... Well, actually, I don't know. I could be making this up, but I swear I remember Shinji saying something like he was waiting for Hajime to go on their little morning routine thing. Huh. Yeah, I don't know if that happened or not, or if I'm just making that up, but... Yikes. That's rough, buddy. Was it you? Hajime Makunuchi? Wow, I haven't heard his last name in a while. I forgot that's how it was. Oh, boy. Well, that's the intermission, but I haven't been recording too terribly long. So... I mean, I think we're just good. I think I'm just gonna keep going a little bit longer here. Alright, let's continue the class trial. I don't know how long this is gonna be. I don't know how much longer it's gonna go on for. We might have a big, long episode, or I'll just cut it up. Whatever, but, well, let's just keep going. So, Hajime, are you the culprit? What? Wait a minute, Sora. You're saying Hajime's the culprit? Unfortunately, nobody besides Hajime fits all the conditions needed to be the culprit. He helped prepare the party, and he stayed late to drink with Yuri. He's the only one that was part of both groups, and he's a man as well. 3 strikes. Get his ass! Oh! She said it. That's correct. Hajime Makunuchi is the person I've been suspicious of since the very beginning of this trial. How did you know so soon? Try to remember the question I asked at the very beginning of the investigation. I asked everyone, how do you feel about this murder? I do recall you saying that, but I don't see how that is relevant to the question. I can tell if a person is lying just by hearing them talk. What? So you knew Hajime was the culprit from that simple question? Kokoro, your abilities are even more powerful than my magical abilities. Yeah, damn, if she could just tell if someone is lying, that puts a real big target on her back. By comparing the clues and listening to each of the suspects, I was able to easily solve the crime. Hajime, without any doubt in my mind, is the culprit of Yuri Kagarin's murder. That is the undeniable truth. What do you gotta say? Then that means, even the person that attacked me, it was all Hajime? Hey, hold on just a second. Why are you all making me the culprit all of a sudden? Don't you remember? I might qualify for the conditions, but that doesn't change the fact that I was drunk. The only person who wasn't drunk was Yoruko. Don't tell me you all forgot about that. Yeah, that is true. Yoruko was the only sober person at the party, and even she says I was drunk. How the hell could I have killed Yuri? You weren't drunk, you drank the water that was in the bottles. You were just pretending. You all said the culprit had to practice their murder multiple times. That's just not possible while drunk. Are you guys accusing me just because I fit those conditions? Because if you are, I'm gonna get mad! No, if we assume Hajime is the culprit, all the pieces fall into place. I just need to prove it. Okay. Non-stop debate. What do we got? Bottles of alcohol. It's probably the bottles. Tis probably the bottles. Let me switch to that. Culprit couldn't pull out their plan while drunk. Culprit must be someone who wasn't drunk last night. There's no way Hajime is the culprit. Shinji, this isn't about friendship. You need to think logically. Oh, Shinji. Besides, there are other reasons why Hajime is suspicious. No matter how suspicious I am, I couldn't have done the murder while drunk. Just ask Yoruko, I was drunk too. I would like to shoot that. Well, he's not wrong. Everyone went to the party were completely drunk. Oh, that's what I got. I missed. God damn it. Went by too fast. Except me, of course. Check their blood alcohol level. You don't need to check that to know if someone is drunk. I have experience. Ooh. He fooled you, girl. Played you like a damn fiddle. Alright, let's go to... This one! Go! Go! Okay. Got it. Okay. That's fine. Hell yeah, I'd like to save again. Let's continue. Sorry if, like, the save thing every time kind of disrupts the flow of the video, but it's just nice for me to have. I'm not so sure about that myself. Huh? What now? I went to the party's location during the investigation and found the leftover bottles of alcohol. Some of them were filled with water instead of alcohol.
Water?
At first, I thought it was just something that got mixed in with the other drinks, like the alcohol. But now that I think about it, couldn't the culprit have drank water and pretended to be drunk? Oh, he's sweating. Hold on a second. My memory is seriously a blur. What do you mean, pretended to be drunk? If Hajime was acting drunk during the party, he knew we would cross him off the suspect list. After all, we did conclude that the culprit couldn't have been drunk. There's more, too. If I'm right here, something I heard earlier should further condemn Hajime. I was just thinking, if the drunk people don't remember anything, I wonder if he said something or is going to say something that's like a slip-up that proves that he wasn't drunk. I wonder if that's what she's getting at here. That something is... Wait, what? She heard something. It's gotta be someone's account, right? Can I use account? I don't think it's that. Shinji-kun's been waiting for Hajime this morning. Yep, that's right, he did say that. Okay, I wasn't making it up. I'm not stupid. I mean, I am still stupid, but not in this particular instance. Wait, that's not it? Something I heard earlier should further condemn Hajime. How is that not it? That fucking sounds pretty damning to me. Waiting for Hajime this morning because he had some bit. Is that not what I hit? You saw Yoruko go outside. What happened after we left? Once the group who stayed behind had to return to the monocruise, Yuri said he needed to use the washroom. Oh, Yoruko claims that someone went with him, but she can't remember who. Okay. I mean, that makes sense too, but I feel like you should have been allowed to present the other one too, because, like, I mean, that still makes sense. I think we gotta bring that up at some point. Yoruko, do you remember what you told me? You said Yuri left to go to the washroom before you all went back to the monocruise. Yeah, that's true. You also said someone left with Yuri too, right? I know you don't remember who that person was, but could it have been Hajime? Give me a minute to think here. So, we did the thing, and Wait! I think I just remembered something. That person told us to go on ahead. He said he'd take Yuri to the bathroom and then come right back. They had blonde hair and big muscles. It was Hajime. Okay, well... that's kind of a silly, like, cop-out thing. I feel like it would have made much more sense to use Shinji's account to do it. Because that's, like, actually logical instead of people just suddenly remembering what happened after not remembering. But okay. Now that you say that, Satsuka, I also believe it might have been Hajime. Really? Jeez, why can't I remember? The drunk people remember, but you don't? You really are stupid, Yoruko. It's hard to remember things like that when you're extremely busy taking care of drunk people. Why are you being so hard on me? Because your bad memory frustrates me. If you could have remembered earlier, we would have already solved this case. But based on everyone's testimonies, I think we've got everything set in stone. I mean, Yuri must have been completely drunk for him to accept help from a male, right? So, Hajime lied about helping Yuri to the restroom and just never came back to the monocruise. If we consider Hajime as the culprit, everything we've talked about makes perfect sense. Hajime, were you really the one who killed you? Oh no, Shinji! Wait, Sora, please! Hajime's the culprit? That can't be right! Hajime has an alibi. Please let me explain. I know fighting with words isn't my thing, but I'll have to do it to counter you, Sora. I have to do it for my friend! What? We already I already did it. Is it because I didn't accept the explanation last time? I don't know. Well, let's, hopefully not fuck this up. Oh, whoa, what? Wound on the right calf, spiral staircase. I don't know what we're doing here. Hajime and I go jogging every morning. That's our routine right after, fuck, I can't read it. Hajime in the corridor, like I said, I was waiting. I saw Yuruko leaving the monocruise. Hajime was a bit later than normal, but they didn't have, oh my fucking god. Man's gotta go, you can't blame him for that. Wow, this is terrible. This sucks. From what I'm aware of, Hajime is pretty strict on his timing. It's not in his nature to be late, so honestly, even what you're saying is true, Hajime's actions seem very strange. Yeah, they're definitely strange. But when the body discovery announcement was made, Hajime was with the bell tower. He wouldn't be back in time. Shinji says Hajime has an alibi. I have something that contradicts that. All we need to do is refute that, then there will be no more reason to defend Hajime. Okay, I'm assuming it's the wouldn't be back in time. Fuck, I don't know. I don't fucking know! I'm getting overwhelmed! I don't know what I'm supposed to fucking shoot. It's so hard! Am I just bad? Am I stupid? For, like, getting so overwhelmed by everything here? Or is, like, does everyone struggle with this? Because, like, this is just terrible. Do I have the special thing equipped? Oh my god. Did I fucking die? Okay, no. I'm so confused, guys. I'm sorry, I don't understand. I can't even read what he's trying to say. It's so hard. What? I feel like now it's going out of order, dude. Hajime in the court. I don't fucking know. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know. No, I don't want that. I want to change. We did the anesthetic already. I'm gonna go spiral staircase because that also has something to do with time. Hang on, I gotta shoot these. Go here. No. Fuck me! I don't even know if I hit it or not. Go back to this one. Oh my god. Oh my god. Come on. It would not be as bad if the fucking movement wasn't so slow. I can still move while this is going on, it's kind of funny. Yeah, it's like, the words move faster than your cursor. It's really annoying. Switch! No! My fucking god, it goes so fast! S is such a weird button, but oh my god, no. Come on, please. I don't even know if I'm right or not about this. Like, I literally can't even tell. It sucks so bad. Let me skip past this. They're talking about the timing a lot, so I'm assuming this is the one I have to shoot. Come on, switch! Okay, thank fucking god. Oh my god, that was horrible. That was horrible. I'm sorry that took so long. I don't know if I'm gonna edit that or not. I really don't want to edit, but... Fuck, I hate Rebuttal Showdown in this. I'm just gonna fucking say it. I do not like it. Okay. Should I stop here? Yeah, okay, I'll stop it here. Next time, hopefully we'll end the trial. Actually, you know what? Yeah, fuck it, I'll just say that. Next time we're gonna end the trial, unless it goes on for, like, way too long, but, it'll maybe be a really long episode, but I think that's a good indication that it is the end. So, see you guys then, and goodbye.